Hi, my name is Izod and my matrix number is 33DJJ30113. And today I'm going to do virtual lab 3, which is Izod impact test. So this is Izod impact test, and the objective of this test is to find the impact resistance of mild steel and also cast iron. The apparatus used is impact testing machine. Step 1. Select the Izod test specimen. So for cast iron, the length is 76.4. For the breadth, it's 9.4 mm. For the depth is 9.16 mm. And lastly, the depth of the notch is 2 mm. Step 2. Test for friction loss is conducted by adjusting the pointer to 164 joules. Then the pendulum is released by operating the lever without keeping the specimen. And we get that the loss of energy due to friction is 2 joule. Step 3. The Izod test specimen as per Indian standard is placed in position. As we can see, this is the test piece and this is the striking height. This is the angle of tip of the striker, while this is the direction of impact, and this is angle between underside of striker and face of test piece. And lastly, this is the support. Step 4. The pendulum is released. The hammer strikes against the specimen, breaks it, and swings further. Then the observation is noted down. The total loss of energy during transit of hammer is 5 joule, and the energy for failure of specimen is 3 joule. Then we get that the initial energy of the hammer is 164 joule. The average loss of energy due to friction is 2 joule. The total loss of energy during transit of hammer is 5 joule. And lastly, the energy for failure of specimen is 3 joule. For the next step, we repeat the same step, which is step 3, for the second trial. Then, step 4, the pendulum is released again. The hammer strikes again the specimen, breaks it, and swings further. Then the observation is noted down. So these are the observations for second trial. For trial 3, we repeat the same step, which is step 3, and also step 4, where the pendulum is released. After that, we find out the average energy for failure of specimen by 3 of the trials observations given. Next, select mild steel for our test specimen, where step 2, test for friction loss is conducted by adjusting the pointer to 164 joules. Then the pendulum is released by operating the lever without keeping the specimen. So we get that the loss of energy due to friction is 2 joule. Step 3, the Izod test specimen as per Indian standard is placed in position. Step 4, the pendulum is then released. The hammer strikes against the specimen, breaks it, and swings further. Than the observation is noted down. For the observation of trial 1, the initial energy of the hammer is 164 joule, the average loss is 2 joule, while the total loss is 49 joule, and the energy for failure is 47 joule. Next, for trial 2, we repeat the same step, which is step 3. Then we proceed to step 4, where the pendulum is released and then the hammer strikes against the specimen, breaks it and swings further than the observation is noted down. And then the observations for trial 2 is noted down. For trial 3, we repeat step 3 and also step 4. The test piece was not broken by striking energy of the testing machine, so the impact value obtained is indefinite. So, these are the observations we get from trial 1 until trial 3, and the average energy for failure of the specimen is 44.5 joule. And that is all from me. Thank you.